All right. I think we may start our briefing now. I don't know how many participants now. We have already 50. Okay, Sister Fakhira, can we proceed?
Yes, madam, we can proceed.
We can proceed. All right. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. Wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Okay, so Alhamdulillah. First of all, we should be grateful. We should be thankful to Allah for giving us an opportunity to meet today, again virtually, okay, and to proceed with our agenda, having a briefing session on internship 2022, okay. Inshallah today, I won't take much of your time. Inshallah, I will just deliver some of the important points that you need to know, the basic things that you need to know. And you might also ask me, okay, if you have any questions, if you have any issues related to internship, you could just raise it up. And inshallah, I will reply, I will respond within my capacity, inshallah. Okay. So let me just share with you a very brief slides that I've already prepared. Wait, yeah. Okay, so can you see the slides, brothers and sisters?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, for the first slide is just about the background of our department. All of us belong to the Department of Usul and Comparative Religion. So I expect you all know what our department is all about. Okay. So basically, I just want to mention that the internship course was first introduced back in 2017. At that time, I was the head of department. And in the old study plan, it was just optional, okay, not compulsory, with this the 3 credit hours, okay. But in the current study plan, of course, students with metric number 171 onwards, okay. So internship course is actually compulsory, okay. So it has been made compulsory in the current study plan. 6 credit hours, which will be included in the cumulative grading percentage average, okay, which will be included in your CGPA, okay. So just for your information, in the past few weeks, actually we have done the curriculum review at the departmental level, and we discussed and proposed that internship is to be made as optional instead of compulsory. Okay, internship and FYP are to be made as optional. Okay, with 3 credit hours each. Okay, so if it is endorsed, inshallah, it is to be applied for the next coming semester in September. Okay, but now currently, so we will follow the current study plan. Okay, is still compulsory with 6 credit hours. Okay. So objectives of internship. Okay, at least the term internship, we used to use internship. Okay, but the course RKUD 4994 is actually for industrial linkage. Okay, so some is about the terms sajalah, not yet to be standardized. Okay. So objectives, we have few objectives here as I state in the slide. The first one to develop students' ability to apply concepts and theories at work. Of course lah, because you have learned a lot of concepts, theories, okay, in your classes, in your courses. And now how would you put these theories, concepts into practice, right? Okay. You have learned about the concept of amanah, for example. So you need to apply it. Okay. I think if I'm not mistaken, in the report and the final report, there's one part that you will need to highlight the relevance of Usuluddin and comparative religion to the companies or agencies that you're attached to. Okay, so what is the relevance of Usuluddin and comparative religion to the scope of your duty? Okay, this is how you are expected to apply, okay, the concept, the theories that we have learned in the courses offered by our department into the real work setting. Okay, and the second one is to familiarize students with the actual work setting. Of course, as you all know, internship is a platform for you to experience the actual working environment. Okay, so you will gain a lot of experience, inshallah, within the period of internship. Okay, so you might encounter some of the problems, some of issues at your working place. So how are you going to overcome? How are you going to solve the problems, especially when you're dealing with people, when you're dealing with the administrative works, okay, administrative matters, okay, particularly within the job scopes assigned to you, okay. So this is a platform for you to really experience, okay, the actual work environment, okay. The third one, to develop student skill such as leadership, communication, management, problem solving, and teamwork imbued with Islamic values. So these are all the, what do we say, as soft skills, which I think very beneficial for you to apply lah upon your graduation when you secure the job. Okay, so you will apply all these soft skills. Okay, and the last one is to establish networking through memorandum of understanding (MOU) between the department and the public and the private sectors. Okay, so one of the means is through internship. Let me just tell you, apart from you completing your apa tu orang kata credit hours to be able for you to graduate, okay, according to the study plan. When you do internship, actually, we expect you becoming agents of the department. Okay, what do I mean as agents of department is that we are able to build a networking with the agencies or companies outside. Okay, for example, I think in the past, can I just sekejap I nak switch off the aircon, very cold. Sekejap very cold, sekejap. Sejuk. All right. Okay, so let me just tell you, in the previous years, you know, when we paid a visit, okay, when we did the field visit to visit the interns, okay, when we met with the officers, okay, with the external supervisors, we actually did discuss about the potential future research collaboration with our department. Usuluddin and comparative religion, right? So this, again, I mentioned as a means for us to collaborate, for example, okay, to establish research networking and so on and so forth, okay. In the previous years, Alhamdulillah, we have few Singaporean students. They did their internship at their hometown in Singapore, and they were attached to a pergas. I think you know what does it mean by pergas. Pergas is Singapore Islamic Scholars and Religious Association. Okay, they were attached to pergas, and they were attached also to Muslim Converts Association. So up until now, we did have a networking with them. Okay, and I would suggest those, maybe some of you coming from Negeri Sembilan, you might consider to do your internship at Jabatan Mufti Negeri Sembilan, because Jabatan Mufti Negeri Sembilan, if I'm not mistaken, they have organised a program on pemerkasaan akidah. Okay, so as interns, being interns there, you might think of the possibilities. What can we do? Okay, what the department can contribute something to collaborate with them, for example. Okay, again, I mentioned internships also as a means to build the networking with the agencies outside. Okay. Uh, in terms of eligibility, RKUD internship program is compulsory for RKUD students who are in their third year and fourth year lah, third and fourth year of the university's academic calendar year. So as long as you have completed 60 credit hours, okay, including with the current semester, then you are eligible to register internship course. Okay, you are eligible for internship lah. Okay. Application procedure. Students who apply to do internship are required to fill in the internship application form prepared by the department. And I think you are all aware that we have already prepared the form for you to fill in, and some of you have already filled in the form, and you need also to attach with the necessary documents lah, like for example graduation audit, resume, partial transcript. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, I have with me Sister Fakhira. She will assist me in terms of this process of collecting data lah. Okay, the process of application for internship for this year. Okay. Some of you have already submitted, and the due date for you to fill in and submit the form is up to the end of this month, 28th of February. So you still have time. Okay, and I will only prepare the letter of application to your proposed agencies after the deadline, after 28th of February, after I got the list of interns. Okay, so I will prepare the letter, application letter to your proposed agencies. Okay, as I state, that you can propose maximum up to 3 agencies or 3 companies. Okay, so I will prepare each. I will prepare the letter lah for each and every agency attached with the reply form. Okay, once I prepare the letter, I will send the letters to your email, and you forward to your agencies. Okay, I just want to mention that of course you have responsible to follow up with the agencies to update the status of your application. Okay, so you always need to contact them to know about the status of your application. So basically, the agencies will reply direct to the department, and some of the agencies, they will reply to you. Okay, so if they reply to you, you will need to send those confirmation letter or acceptance letter to me and notify me for record. Okay, So let's say, for example, if the 3 agencies you propose all decline, okay, so you will need to find the new placement. Okay, so you will need to find or to secure the new placement lah. So you will need to give me the details, okay, again, and I will prepare the letter again, okay, and you forward the letter again to your proposed company. So that will be the process. So the deadline for me to prepare and to issue the application letter will be up to the first week of May. Okay, so I state in the almanac until 5th of May. Okay, and the deadline for me to receive the confirmation letter or the acceptance letter from the agencies will be until 31st of May. And normally I will extend until first week of June. So in the almanac here, I state 31st of May until 7th of June. Okay, so during this period, I assume that you all can secure placement, will secure placement inshallah. Okay, so inshallah, I will provide the whole almanac after this. I can just directly post in the WhatsApp group, inshallah, so that you are alert and you are aware of the dates, okay? And the students are also required to register the internship program. That means internship course lah, RKUD for 4994. 4994, right? Okay, the current one in semester 3. This one, you don't need to register yourself. This one, Sister Mazian will register it for you. Once I get the list of interns, so she will register it for you in the coming next semester 3, inshallah. Okay. And duration, the maximum duration is 12 weeks. And the minimum of 8 weeks. Okay, I have already discussed with our head of department, Dr. Amila. For this year, inshallah, we will go for 12 weeks because last year, of course, the internship was only for 8 weeks, but because of the pandemic of COVID-19, so the kuliah decided to reduce, okay, the minimum of 8 weeks. Okay, so we opt for 8 weeks, but this year we go back to the course outline. Okay, 12 weeks. Okay, and the date will be on the letter. I will post this almanac in the WhatsApp group. Okay, 11th of July until 30th of September. Okay, 11th of July until 30th of September. Okay, so in the previous years, just for your information, we never done 12 weeks, okay? Only 8 weeks because of the 3 credit hours. And the last thing is because of the pandemic of COVID-19. So this year we go back. We go back to the original course plan and course outline of 12 weeks, okay? So it's a bit long, okay? Students who need to extend their training for more than the required period should get the recommendation of internship coordinator and approval from department in writing. Okay, so for those who wish to extend more than 12 weeks, so they will just need to notify me. Okay. And then placement for internship, it's incumbent upon students to apply for internship placement on their own, of course. Students are required to do their internship in Malaysia only. So basically, of course in Malaysia only, but in our department we have international students, a few of international students. Like last year, we have few interns doing the internship at Singapore, China, Indonesia. Okay, so if any one of you wish to do internship abroad, what you need to do is just to write a letter notifying that, give up the details, just to get my approval lah. So this is considered as approval from the department. Okay, students are not allowed to change their place of internship without the written consent of internship coordinator and approval of the department, because we need to have the correct data of the placement, okay, details, including the person in charge, everything. And the data will be submitted to the all office, okay, so you cannot change, okay, your placement, okay, and if you change, you will need to notify it to me or to the department, okay. Students will be provided with application letter for the agency signed by HOD. Of course, I will prepare the letter and I will send the letter to your emails. You forward to the agencies. Okay, students must text or email the report duty form immediately after they have reported duty. So this is on the first day of your internship. You will need to fill in the report duty form and submit it to your academic supervisor. Okay, students must bear all expenses related to internship. Okay, sorry. Why is this like this? Okay. Okay, placement for internship, and the supervision. If you have any question, you could just interrupt my briefing, okay? Supervision. During the internship, the student will be supervised by an internship supervisor assigned by the department, an external supervisor appointed by hosting institution. So that means you will be having two supervisors, okay? Internal supervisor, or we call also academic supervisor, which will be assigned to you, and I will notify you later, inshallah. You will be assigned with the academic supervisor from among lecturers from our department, okay, and your supervisor will be supervising you throughout the period of internship, okay, and your external supervisor is the one who will be a person of in charge supervising you at your working place, okay. So basically, your supervisor will remind you the date of each submission lah, because you will need to do a lot of submissions, okay? And the internship supervisor should ensure that both the student and the external supervisor's assessment reports are completed and received by him or her in time, okay? All internship reports must be received by internal supervisor on the first week of the final examination in the respective semester, respective of internship duration. Failure to do so, the respective students will get a grade of F. Okay, wait, I don't know why it becomes small. How am I going to? Sorry. Hello, hi. Mana dah? Sorry. Wait. Sorry, sekejap. Okay, so as I've said just now that you will be having two supervisors lah, okay, from among the lecturer, and another one is at your working place, okay. Field visit, the internship supervisor will visit the students on their 5th or 6th week of internship. But because of we already expand the duration, I think for this year, inshallah, will be on the 6th or the 10th week of your internship, inshallah. Okay, so will be on the 10th or the 6th week. Okay, so I state already in the almanac. And for the field visit, I'm not so sure whether this is applicable during this pandemic of COVID-19. Just for your information, for the past 2 years, we did not pay the visit to interns. Okay, but in the previous years before COVID-19, all of us, all the academic supervisors, we went through all the states to visit the interns. Alhamdulillah, we managed to visit all the interns. Okay, so for this year, it depends on the current situation lah. If, let's say, for example, the number of cases will be decreasing, inshallah, we'll proceed with the field visit. Okay, if it is not allowable, then we just proceed virtually lah. Okay, we will meet virtually. So field visit ni either physically or virtually lah. Okay, so but basically, I just want to mention that you need to do your presentation, and your presentation must be done with the presence of both, okay, your internal supervisor, okay, as well as external supervisor. Okay, so you will need to arrange the date according to the availability of both supervisors. Okay, so if, let's say, for example, your internal supervisor wanted to pay you visit, so you will need to arrange the date, okay, the venue, okay, and also for you to present, to do your presentation, you will need to arrange your equipment as well. Okay, so it is wholly based on your arrangement, okay, based on the availability of your academic supervisor, internal supervisor, or and as well as external supervisor. Okay, so basically, the field visit has three main objectives: to visit the students and receive feedback from them regarding their internship, to discuss the students' performance with the external supervisor, to establish networking and good relations with the external institutions. Okay, so basically, when you do your presentation, your supervisor will have like Q&A session. They will ask you, they will ask the external supervisors as well, okay, regarding your performance, regarding any issues lah, related your internship at that particular working place. Okay, so assessment, of course, following the methods of assessment on which student will be graded. These are the methods of assessment. Internship report, 30%, okay. Presentation 10%, fortnight report 15%, communication with internship supervisor 5%, company's assessment 40%. So this is the largest part of your assessment. Okay, so you will really need to work closely with your external supervisor, because he or she will assess you. Okay, company's assessment will be done by your external supervisor. There, 40% is quite a lot, right? Okay, so all interns must submit their fortnight report, logbook, and attendance sheet by email to their respective internship supervisor. Okay, as I said just now, you will be assigned with supervisor, okay, from our department. Okay, so maybe like, for example, me myself, maybe I will be supervising 2 or 3 interns under my supervision, for example. Okay, so all the fortnight report, logbook, attendance sheet, you will need to submit to him or her, right? Okay, so again, I mentioned during the period of internship, you will need to do a lot of submission, okay. So that's why I want you to be alert, okay, with the dates which I state in the almanac, okay. So from the very beginning, I already provided the almanac so that you to be prepared and aware and ready for each and every submission. Okay, so I post this almanac, inshallah, in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so first, starting from the report duty form. Okay, the first day you report duty. Okay, you need to fill in this report duty form and need to submit it to both to myself and also to your supervisor assigned to you. Okay, and then submission of logbook every week. Okay, so you have 12 weeks. That means 12 logbooks that you will need to submit. Week 1, week 2, week 3 until week 12. Okay, so every week you have to submit the logbook. And then fortnight report every 2 weeks. Okay, every 2 weeks, that means you will need to submit 6 fortnight reports altogether. Okay, highlighting about the pertinent events or programs or any thing that you are assigned to do within the job scopes. Okay, and then submission of the monthly attendance sheet. Okay, monthly attendance sheet ni maksudnya you will need to submit at the end of each month. Okay, July, August, and also September. I state already the dates here. Okay, submission of monthly attendance sheet and submission of the internship report. Internship report ni normally last week of your internship. I already state also the due date to submit the report, and submission of the evaluation form. Evaluation form ni is to be submitted by your external supervisor direct to your internal supervisor. Okay, so they will evaluate you. Okay, so we will receive the report from your supervisor. Okay, so you need to remind him to submit lah. Okay, and submission of the internship completion form. Okay, that means once you have already completed. Okay, so this is also need to be submitted. Let me see. The last day of your internship. Okay. Rules and regulation, of course, I'm expecting you to know well about rules and regulations. One thing that I want to mention here, you are actually carrying the image of the department, the image of the kuliah and the university. Okay, so of course you have to behave accordingly lah. Okay, to present a good image of our department, our kuliah, our university, right? To behave accordingly, to be dedicated, to be disciplined, okay, committed, okay. And based on the previous experience, let me just tell you, most of the external supervisors, they were very much satisfied with the performance of our interns. Alhamdulillah, so far lah. And some they claim that IUM interns were very much better than the interns of other universities, okay, because they observe from few perspective. But one thing that I'm concerned about because they were very much impressed the way that our interns could deliver lah. Okay, they were able to speak English very well, for example, right? Okay. And few other aspects as well. Okay, but at the same time, but this is just the isolated cases lah. I don't need to reveal it to you. But we also received the bad comments. Okay, from the external supervisors. Okay, saying that our interns are very shy, not outstanding, not really dedicated, committed, and whatnot. Okay, so really, I just want to remind you that you will need to present a very good image of our department, inshallah. Okay, so in terms of rules and regulations, I think you could just bear with the slide here. Maybe I could just go brief. To report to the host company according to the approved date of internship program. Of course, to submit a medical certificate MC, you have to submit to both your internal as well as your external supervisors. Okay, in case if you are sick, if you are given the MC, you will need to inform to let us know. Okay. A copy of the certificate should be kept in his own file for future reference to conform to and comply with the company's rules and regulations and follow its working hours. Okay, to perform assigned tasks with commitment and dedication, to observe the appropriate dress code as prescribed by IUM, to observe the confidentiality of reports and information unless with written permission, to avoid damaging, misappropriating, or misusing any property of the host institution, to avoid any form of misbehavior that contradicts with Islamic principles or tarnish the image of the department and the university as a whole, to abide by the department's guidelines and procedures for internship program. Okay, so these are some of the rules and regulations that you need to be abide to lah. Okay, students internship report. the student is required to submit a report to the department. This is considered as the final report to the department after the completion of the internship. Okay, the report should conform to the standards set by the department, and the report should include the following aspect. This how do we say the guidelines of the contents of your reports: introduction or background of the organization, structure of the organization, functions of the organization, job scope, job description, Usuluddin and comparative religion analysis, relevance of Usuluddin and comparative religion to the organization, conclusion, contribution to the organizations, and some other things that you want to include is also fine. Okay, this is just the guideline, but basically you will need to do a very proper report. Okay, if you have any photos that you might be attending the programs, the activities, or any events organized by your company or your office, you might attend, you might get yourself involved. Then anything, if you have photos, everything you need to attach. Okay, so you will need to submit a very proper, a very impressive report. Okay, and end of internship, the company is required to submit the confirmation of internship completion form to internship supervisor. So this is confirmation of internship completion form. Maksudnya you have completed internship at the end of your internship. Okay, so submit it to your supervisor. Okay, signed by the department. Inshallah, you will be notified later. I am yet to arrange lagi, to list down lagi, because this is to be done later, inshallah. The company is required to submit the evaluation form to the internship supervisor within the last week of the end of the internship. Okay. This is sorry. The procedure lah. Okay, student fill in the application form for internship from the department's office and submit the completed form with relevant documents. As I have said just now, we already created the form, so you will need to fill in the form attached together with the necessary documents, partial transcript, graduation audit, resume, everything, and the due date to submit is on the 28th of February. Okay. Students identifies the potential agencies for internship and notifies the department. So in the form itself already state there. Department prepares relevant documents. That means I will issue the letter. I will prepare the letter of application of internship to your intended agencies. Okay, I will send those letters to your email. You forward to them. Okay, students submit application for internship to practicing agencies. Agencies issues offer letters, okay, or confirmation letters to the department. And some of the agencies that directly issue confirmation letter or acceptance letter to you, so you will need to send it to me. Okay, and you notify me or record. Okay, students report for duties at agencies. Department supervisors visit agencies. This is what I said about the field visit just now. And students prepare reports and presentation materials for assessment and grading. Okay, so this is the procedure dah. The procedure, I mean, that we need to do. And this one is the almanac. Can you see now what I'm sharing you, the almanac? Can you see?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Okay, almanac, this is your period of internship for this year, 11th of July until 30th of September. Okay, so deadline for submission of application, 28th of February, end of this month. And then only once I have the list of candidate details with agencies and everything, then only I will prepare and issue the application letter to the agencies. Okay. Briefing today, Alhamdulillah, deadline to issue the application letters to agencies up until 5th of May. Okay. So that's why I said just now that if the 3 agencies decline your application, then you will need to find a new placement. Okay. You need to secure the new placement. So you give me the details. Again, I will prepare the letter. Okay. Okay, so that is the process within that period. Okay, so the deadline to receive confirmation letters from agencies is within 31st May up until 7th of June. So that's why I said just now, within this period of time, I assume that you all will secure placement already, insyaAllah. Okay, internship begins for Kelantan, Terengganu, Kedah, Johor will be 1 day earlier lah. On Sunday kan. Okay, for other states on 11th, that will be on Monday. So send report duty form to RKUD office via fax, but I don't advise you. Fax boleh juga, tapi fax I don't know, but I ask systemizer is not working. Your academic supervisor appointed by the department, your internal supervisor nanti, and also to me. Report duty form memang I need, okay. But others you don't send to me. With the previous year, you interns do not need to submit all the fortnight report, logbook to me, okay, to your supervisor, understand or not, to your supervisor. But for report duty form, I need it, right? Okay, and that form must be signed by the appointed external or agency supervisor. Okay, so that report duty form must be signed by your supervisor at the working place. Okay, so you see here, I already state all the dates. Submission of logbook to academic supervisor week 1 on the 15th, okay. And then submission of logbook and fortnight report to academic supervisor week 2, 22nd of July. Submission of fortnight report on weeks 1 and 2. Okay, so this one you can read it by yourself lah. Okay. So that's why I said there will be a lot of submissions. Okay, so the supervisor will remind you about this lah. Okay, see, until week 12. Okay, until week 12. And fortnight report, you will need to prepare 6 altogether because every 2 weeks. But for logbook, every week. Okay, submission of monthly attendance sheet, attendance for July will be submitted on the 29th. Submission of monthly attendance for August, 30th of August. For September, 30th of September. This is the last date of your internship. Field visit or virtual presentation will be held between 5th of September up until 15 of September. So you will need to arrange the dates within you will need to arrange the visit or the presentation within the dates, okay, within these dates, 5th up until to 15th, okay, according to the availability of both supervisors, okay. So arrangement is totally by yourself, okay, and you'll just need to inform your supervisors, okay. Submission of internship report by student. This is the last week ni. Okay, on the 26th. Submission of evaluation form by external supervisor to academic supervisor will be on the 27th. And the last day, submission of confirmation of internship completion form. Okay, you have completed your internship on the last day by external supervisor to academic supervisor. Okay, so all the dates I already state here. I hope you will be aware and alert of the dates of each submission. Inshallah. With that, I think if you have any question or any issues related to internship, you can just ask. Or any question you want to raise out?
Madam, I have a question.
Okay.
Regarding if we do our internship abroad, do you have to write the letter of approval now to send to you?
Not yet. Not
Not yet.
because at this stage you are yet to secure the placement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I am also yet to prepare the letter for the agency. Okay, so once you secure the placement, okay, and you are confirmed that you are going to do it abroad, then only you write a letter notifying me the place, everything. And this is just actually a formality je lah. Okay, where you're going to do your internship?
Inshallah, I plan to do it in Singapore.
In Singapore, you're a Singaporean student.
Yes.
Okay, so not at this moment. Okay, after you secure the placement, inshallah later. Okay, at this stage, this is a very early stage. Okay, I'm yet even to issue the application letter for internship to your agencies. Okay, once you all submitted the form and then I get the list of interns, then only I will issue the letter. Okay, so that's why there's a time framework here. You look at the almanac. I will post directly in the WhatsApp group. Okay. You have any other question?
Okay, thank you. Other than that, since it's international abroad, there will be no field visit, right? Only online, is it? Presentation?
Yes, yes. For international, only virtual meeting. Virtual meeting. I can't remember in which year we had even do internship at New Zealand. Okay, but of course we didn't go there. We don't have any budget, so it will be held virtually. Okay.
Okay. Lastly, sorry, madam.
And
Are there like any requirements for the companies that we apply internship to?
requirement.
Yes.
We don't have requirement actually. I'm not so sure about the requirement from the company that you apply. Okay, but we don't have any requirement because actually, if they accept you to be your interns, okay, um, it's actually based on the background because they know already you are actually coming from Usuluddin and comparative religion. Okay, so if they accept you, maybe you might um, be sweet with the company, okay, or they try to accommodate you with whatever job scope that you'll be assigned to, okay. So the requirements coming from the agencies that you apply, not from us.
Oh,
Understand on that? Okay.
thank you, madam.
Okay.
That's all
Okay.
from me.
Okay. Yes. How many Singaporean students may I know? Okay. Any other questions? Sister Fakira, so far how many already submitted the form?
Only seven students.
Okay, and now we have 59 participants. So I'm not so sure you are yet to submit or you are yet to complete the form. I hope you can do as soon as possible. Okay, so that it will be easier for me to prepare the application letter to your proposed agencies, inshallah. Okay, but you still have time. Hari ni berapa bulan? 11. Okay, so that's why you still have time. Okay. Any other question? So if you don't have any question, it's okay. You can communicate through WhatsApp group, inshallah. So I think this is the only briefing that I will do. Okay, so there will be no more briefing. Any communication, any issue, any question, we can just communicate through WhatsApp group. Okay, because I think I'm done with all the information, and inshallah you will know properly the procedure. Okay, for internship. Okay, you don't need to register. Registration of the course of internship will be done by Sister Mazian. Okay, later on. Okay, once I give her the list of interns. Okay, successful interns. Okay. All right. So if you don't have any question, we could just disperse unless you have any issue to raise up to ask, brothers and sisters. Are you still with me?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
The internship duration must be 12 weeks, is it?
Must be 12 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Last year only 8 weeks. Even in the previous years, only 8 weeks, because previous years like only 3 credit hours, right? Okay, so with 8 weeks, but with the current study plan, I actually, if you ask me personally, I prefer to have only 8 weeks, manageable. It's very easy for me to manage, yeah? And also, but the head of department requested to have 12 weeks, and I reconfirmed with Deputy Dean Academic Affairs, Dr. Aini, yesterday. She said that 8 weeks that we had last year was because of the pandemic of COVID-19. So the kuliah decided to reduce to give a minimum of 8 weeks. But this year, she asked me to go back to the course outline. Okay, so we go back to 12 weeks lah. So this is the first time that we have like a very long period of internship as compared to the previous years. Okay, so I hope we will find with it. Inshallah, we can handle it or manage it well. Inshallah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Yeah. Alright, so Alhamdulillah, we are done with the briefing today. If you have any question, you could just raise up in the WhatsApp group, inshallah.